Alright, what is going on, guys? SpitefulHopes back again, coming at you with my overall thoughts on epic raids. And I just want to, quickly to sum it up, I'm actually really happy with how the epic raids turned out. I think that Caleb did a very good job at not necessarily making it, significantly easier, but I do feel like it is much easier. He was able to clear power with, I think, Thousand Year Blood with Thousand Year Blood War Renji. Oh, no, with Kenpachi with, complete ease, but that's also because the ×3 damage is just absolutely insane. Now, there are some things that I would definitely change, and I'm going to get into that right after I say it. Now, this mode is going to be very grindy, but keep in mind that this familiar thing, it's completely superfluous. Like, you don't necessarily need to farm the familiar. It doesn't really add any, crazy stats, etc, etc. I'm actually not quite sure as to how to equip the familiar during regular content. I just know that you can equip it over here during this little epic raid section. It does give stats, but only for epic raids, if I remember correctly. I might be wrong, feel free to correct me on that. But that being said, I feel that their metal exchange shop is I feel like it's fair. The link slot potions, 20 for 15 link slots. I think that's more than fair, to be honest. Sure, you waste like one soul ticket, but you'll get like 25. You get like 25 of these coins. So for each soul ticket you use, it might be a little harder than normal, but you're getting quite a lot of link slot potions for the value that you're getting value for your time spent, in my opinion, in comparison. You got the Fishbone D spirits. Now these are pretty expensive, sure, but I mean, like we already knew that this game mode was going to be grindy, and honestly, with nothing going on in BBS besides this ×2 inheritance zone, I think that it's fine. You can get summons tickets, Brave Soul tickets for 30 coins is more than fair. You can get up to 100 orbs for 600 coins, which is completely doable. And honestly, guys, spirit orbs are incredibly valuable in BBS. For those that have a very limited amount of orb sources, you know what the hell I'm talking about. Now, going into the stuff that I would change, and we're gonna get into this real quick. Boom! This is the first thing I would change. The epic raid attribute resets every day at midnight Japan time. Honestly, they should cut days 6 and 7. Just make this a permanent thing instead of 57 days. Make it like 90 days. Make it like something that's kind of lax to farm. But the reason that I want to cut, or at least the reason that I would personally cut days 6 and 7, is just so that we have more focused days. I would much rather be able to log on and see, okay, everyone's farming mind, so I'm definitely going to be able to farm mind. Okay, I'm definitely going to be able to farm speed, definitely going to be able to farm technique, power, heart. But when you start splitting it up, it makes everything so convoluted, or at least early on. Just because, like, if I go to random matchmaking right now, you'll see that there's a lot of very hards, nightmares, very hards, ultimates, nightmares, very hards. Like, there's not really that many, what do you call it? And then you have all the people that are like bonus, 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 bonus. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of annoying. It's kind of annoying. One thing that I don't particularly like is I feel that even though their bonus characters are very highly SP based, I feel that flurry characters are still much more ideal. One, because you're already running chappies, so they're going to be very, very tanky. Second of all, they deal consistent damage. You're not worried about your cooldowns. You're not worried about... you're not necessarily worried about dying unless you, like, fall into the purple AoEs. Also, characters that are NAD based, that aren't range, I'll say that aren't range, have a much easier time evading or dodging a lot of the AoEs that the bosses drop. For example, a character that's range might be a little bit further away from the boss, and if the boss, say you're on the left side of the boss, you're like one flash step length away from the boss, and then the purple AoE comes in an ultimate, you don't really have too much time to react. If you're too far away from the boss, you're probably dead. Characters like Kenpachi, who if you're playing Kenpachi, you're already next to the boss. If you're to the left of the boss, it doesn't matter. Like, as soon as that AoE comes out, you can flash step to his right, not worry about it. Another thing that I don't like about this epic raid advantage characters is the fact that since they also give a plus 50% epic raid medals, that is not only a significant increase, but my issue with this is, as you can see here, the maximum increase to epic raid medals for the entire team is 200%. My issue with this is, since they deal significantly more damage, they give significantly more bonuses, most people only want these characters to join. And for example, for me personally, I don't have any of the heart units. I don't have the Halibel that's covered up, and I don't have any of this LeBlue girl. I don't have Aizen, but I do have Rukia. I don't really like using Rukia, but I mean, it is what it is. I do have Sun, I do have Shunsui, I have Renji, I have Kenpachi, I have Nell, and I have Ikaku. So I do have a significant amount of these epic rated advantage characters. But being real with you guys, I don't want people that are not bonus. I don't want people that aren't flurry. Like, if they're bonus, I don't mind them not having flurry, but I would much rather have a red Kenpachi than a 1,000-year Blood War Renji. I would much rather have a red Kenpachi than any other character in red that could possibly join. You know what I'm saying? Just because he deals so much more damage, and you get the epic raid medals. So the one thing that I would definitely change, honestly, and this is gonna sound mad fucked up for the people with context, guys. I want them to give the boss a little bit more HP, right? Give the boss a little bit more HP, but add rules. And what I mean by rules is, let's go into guilds, for example. All right, as you can see here, under rules, you have Hollow Killer effect times 2, power attribute damage times 1.5. I would love to see more rule. I would love to see rules get implemented. So I would love to see like Hollow Killer effect times 2, normal attack damage times 1.5, and then like strong attack damage times 2, or maybe even like range or melee times 1.5. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see rules be applied just so that you actually have more characters. Because right now, I do have Renji, I do have Kenpachi, but not everyone's going to have those characters. Like, Kenpachi's only been re-released one time since his original release. 1,000-year Blood War Renji has always been a very, very limited release character since he actually came out. Even when he came out, he was still only a 0.67% chance to be pulled, and his individual banner is actually incredibly horrible. So going into it, as you can see here, like say Hollow Killer and then Power. I would like it to be like, let's just assume that I was talking about let's just assume the rules was exactly what I said. So let's just say it's a power, it's a range character, and then say it's a NAD or SP, whatever you want to call it. So my range characters right now that I can see are Morechio, if I remember correctly, Aizen, Yamamoto, Senna, and this Uryu. You know what I'm saying? Like, sure, I don't have many ranged power characters, but I have but there's a lot more variety than just the two Renji and let's do this. Than just Renji and Kenpachi. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably the only thing that I would really change from epic raids. There are some issues, like a lot of things excuse me, a lot of things are definitely more skewed towards chappied characters. Like, for example, someone like Rukia, you don't really have like a huge window. I mean, some could argue that you have a huge window, but say I cast my second strong attack with Rukia. Her second strong attack has a very huge window of vulnerability that you don't normally have in PvE content. Usually when you use a strong attack, you have invincibility frames, right? Now, in epic raids, that invincibility frame is taken away. So when you use her second strong attack, you can't flash step for, I want to say, about half a second, 0.75 seconds, something like that. And if the purple AoE starts coming out and you have half a second to flash step out, there has been, not really a lot of times, I didn't really farm with Rukia too much, but there has been times when I would end up doing my second strong attack, I lock myself in place as the purple one-hit kill mechanic comes out, and I immediately die because I can't flash step I can't flash step away in time. That's just like a little nitpicky thing. So yeah, I feel like NAD characters are still very strong here because you can flash step whenever you want as you do your NAD string. A lot of times once you do a strong attack, you won't be able to flash step immediately. You can literally try this with every character in the game. Try it with a Swimsuit Nell or Rukia. Use your second strong attack and see how long it takes for you to flash step out. It takes significantly more time than, say, 2 nat hits and then flash step out with someone like Kenpachi or this Aizen, for example. But those are the only things I would change. Other than that, I actually really like epic raids. I hope that they continue it. Like I said, I would really like for them to find a way to balance rules and epic raid advantage characters. That's the only thing that I really have a gripe on. Another thing is Fishbone D, for example. I think another thing is the netcode is still a little iffy. And this only happened to me once out of like 20 to 30 raids. But there came a time when he did his knockback mechanic as he was doing back crush, which I was standing, I want to say, to his forward right. I was very close. Don't get me wrong. I was very close to the back crush AoE. And I want to say that the distance was simply 1 flash step away. Like I actually wasn't in the purple ever. And as I got knocked back, it registered as if I was in the purple AoE and it literally just killed me. And I usually, well, honestly, if it was my fault, I would always own up to it. But I noticed that I wasn't in the purple AoE, so I'm just like, that's kind of trash. You know what I'm saying? But that's probably like 1 in 30 to 40 runs that I did. So it's just like, eh. Hopefully they find a way to fix that up. I wish I recorded it just so that you guys could see it. I'll probably record the rest of my runs and see how that goes, just so that I can showcase a little bit more. Sorry I didn't show any runs of epic raids. Right now it's a little bit iffy. And like I said, the thing that I don't like about the bonus here is a lot of people, it's like last ditch if you have. That's fine. A bonus characters only, or close, bonus please. And like as you can see here, like this one's even restricting it so that you can only bring Rukia. That means you can't even bring Aizen unless he has freeze resistance, which I actually don't know if he does. I don't believe he does. But yeah, I mean, that's my overall thoughts. But I'm gonna leave it at that. You'll notice, guys, grind on, catch me up, hit me up, stay blessed. I wish you the best of luck in your summons, man. Like it's pretty cool. I actually really like the epic raids. I enjoy them. I haven't farmed too much just because I've been busy with Alchemist Code. But yeah, I mean, overall, I like it. Hopefully, if they don't add rules, I hope that they add more characters. Maybe like four characters. Like, oh, come on, Caleb. Like this is way too limited. All these characters were released either this year or they're very limited release, like the 1000-year Blood War characters. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it at that. Stay blessed, y'all. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.